All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something huge, a massive shift in how we find, well, anything online. The entire game has changed, and a completely new set of rules has just emerged. So let's break down exactly what this means for you. Okay, so I want you to stop and really think about this for a second. When was the last time you actually scrolled past that first big answer box, down to the classic blue links, and clicked on one? Because if you're like me, or pretty much anyone else, it's getting kind of hard to remember. The whole way we get answers has fundamentally changed. For what feels like forever. This was search, right? A list of possibilities, a page of 10 blue links you had to sift through yourself. But now, it's this. A direct, synthesized answer. The AI does all the reading for you and just gives you a summary. Now, this is awesome for us as users. It's super convenient. But for businesses? Oh, man. This creates a massive wall. The traffic that used to flow from those clicks is just, well, it's vanishing. And look, this is the painful new reality for so many websites. You might see your brand mentioned in one of these AI overviews, so your impressions are going up, but nobody's actually clicking through to your site anymore. Yeah, the old model of rank high to get clicks is officially broken. Okay, so if the old game is dead, what's the new one? It's called GEO, which stands for Generative Engine Optimisation. This isn't about clawing your way up a list anymore. It's all about becoming part of the answer itself. So let's just get a clear definition on the table. GEO is all about making your content so clear, so authoritative, and so easy for a machine to read that the AI models actually choose to include it when they build their answers. The whole goal just flips on its head. It's not about getting a click anymore, it's about earning that citation. This quote, this just nails it. Think of it like this. Traditional SEO was like a librarian who just pointed you to a shelf full of books. But GEO is a totally different kind of librarian. This one reads all the relevant books for you and then writes a custom summary. And your job now? It's to make sure your book is so good, so clear, that the librarian has to quote it. I mean, look at this. It really puts the whole shift in black and white. With SEO, the goal was simple: get the click. The metric was page rank. With GEO, the goal is to get cited, and the metric is how many times you're mentioned. We are playing a totally different game with a totally different scorecard. All right, so how do we actually play this new game? How do you win? Well, it all starts right at home with your own digital foundation. You have to make your business, your website, your social profiles, all of it totally unmistakably clear to these AI crawlers. And look, building this foundation really boils down to 3 key pillars. First, you have to become a recognized entity. Second, you need to add what's called structured data. And third, you've got to create content that is just screaming to be cited. Let's break them down one by one. First up, pillar 1, becoming an entity. So what on earth does that even mean? Well, in the world of AI, an entity is just a noun, a person, a place, a brand that a machine can clearly identify and understand. The whole goal here is to prove to the AI that your business isn't just a random website, but a real, distinct thing in the world that it can actually trust. So how do you actually do that? Well, it's pretty straightforward, but you have to be meticulous. You go out and you claim and verify all your profiles. Google Business, Bing Places, you name it. But here's the absolute key: consistency. I can't say it enough. Your name, address, and phone number, they have to be identical everywhere. Even a tiny difference, like street versus street, can throw the AI for a loop and erode its trust. Okay, on to pillar 2, structured data, or what the nerds call schema. Now, I know this sounds super technical, but trust me, the idea is really simple. It's basically like putting big, clear labels on all the storage boxes in your attic. Instead of making the AI guess what's inside your website, you're telling it directly, hey, this is our address, these are our hours, this right here is a 5-star review. You're removing all the guesswork, which makes your information so much easier for the AI to use. And hey, here's a really powerful new pro tip for you. Add a new file to your website called llms.txt. You can think of this as a special secret roadmap you're handing directly to the AI crawlers. It points them to your most important, most authoritative content. It's basically you whispering to the AI, hey, over here, this is the good stuff. Start right here.
And that brings us to pillar 3, creating content that's just begging to be cited. You have to remember, these AIs, they absolutely love structured, factual info they can just grab and go. Things like comparison tables are absolute gold. They're data-rich, they're easy for a machine to parse, and they directly answer the kinds of questions that real people are asking, like which product is better for. Okay, so once your own house is in order, you've built your foundation, the game moves outward. Now you have to influence how these AI models see you by shaping the conversation about your brand across the entire internet.
And this brings us to what is basically the mantra for this whole off-site game. Be everywhere. But why? Well, because an AI model builds its understanding of your brand like a detective. It's gathering clues from all over the web. Your website, that's just one piece of evidence. It's looking for other voices, other sources, to back up what you're saying and confirm that you're an authority. So, what does everywhere actually mean in practice? Well, you can start with syndication. Don't just write a blog post. Turn it into a video, a podcast, a bunch of social media images. Create multiple touch points. Then, get active on forums like Reddit and Quora. These AIs are trained on billions of these conversations to figure out what real people actually think. Go after media mentions, get into those best of listicles. They act as powerful third-party endorsements. And finally, get reviews, lots of them on lots of different platforms. You're creating this chorus of social proof that becomes impossible for the AI to ignore. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a ton of work, so why even bother? Well, get this. The data shows that a customer who finds you through an AI recommendation is worth, wait for it, 4.4 times more than one from a plain old Google click. Why? Because they arrive with super high intent. The AI has already pre-sold them, telling them that you're the right choice.
So look, it's really easy to see all this change as a threat, but it's not. Seriously, for anyone who moves fast, this is a massive, wide-open, blue ocean opportunity. While all your competitors are still fighting over the scraps in the old world of SEO, you can be positioning yourself as the undeniable authority in this brand new world of AI.
And that gets to a really huge strategic point here. GEO isn't just the SEO guy's job anymore. It breaks down all the old silos. Your PR team landing a mention in Forbes, your marketing team building that comparison chart, your web developer adding structured data. They're all part of the exact same mission now, working together to shape how machines see your brand.
So really, let's just boil it all down. The old way was all reactive, right? It was about chasing keywords and begging for backlinks. The new way? It's proactive. It's intentional. You are actively engineering your brand's discoverability and authority so that you become the obvious, logical choice for the AI.
So, I want to leave you with this one final thought. The question we've all been obsessed with for 20 years, how do I rank, is no longer the most important question. The real question, the one you have to be asking yourself right now, is how do I become the source? Because in this new AI-driven world, being the source is the only thing that matters.